Hey coach, what do you fear? Well, I certainly don't fear global warming. Oh, shock horror. But I live in Scotland. I don't see the effects. What about, do you fear your wife finding out how much you spend on cycling? No, not at all. Well, maybe a little bit. Here's my wife now.
Hi.
Hi, Shan.
Hi.
Did you hear me talking about you?
He's
Cringe.
always talking about me.
Cringe. Okay, yeah. Well, as we see, 20 years, great connection, but on more than one level. Thank you.
Right.
Oh, have I got lipstick on me now? Well, that'll be nice on the camera. My bike, how much? £500, of course. One thing I certainly don't fear is losing my fitness if I fall sick. And I've just had COVID. 4 weeks. I was housebound, bedridden, I was very ill, but I didn't fear losing my fitness. And in this video, I'm going to share why. But I'm also going to share with you signs and symptoms you need to look out for when you transition from a cold or a virus or illness of any form into exercise back into training. Yeah, there is a phase that you can go through and follow. I'll share it with you. You'll love it. Hey, Coach Scott here again, and come on, do the usual thing. Do you want to subscribe? Do you want to check out Monday's live podcast? Hit that notification bell then and you'll get the little ping ping, or whatever it is, when I go live every Monday night. Hey, let's just get on with it and dive into the content. So, I want to talk about connections. Think about your own training plan at the moment. You have a strong connection with the workout. In fact, you've probably got 100% physical, emotional connection with the workout. The workout is totally representative of the fitness journey, the fitness gains, the sweat, the intensity, that connection you have with that drive, the push, isn't it? So when you're sick, you can't do that. You can't jump on your indoor bike or your outdoor bike and do a workout when you're not feeling so well. But most of you know that. But you're always looking for that first opportunity to get back to training because the fear of losing your fitness because you can't work out, your ego's punching you in the face because you can't do the workout. You're like some lovesick teenager who's just lost his bird. That's a girlfriend. To his best friend. How terrible is that? Now you've got to calm down. Follow this video and I'll give you some nice easy tips. But I want you thinking about that connection because that connection is super important. We're going to break that connection up. Let me use an example. I've been married nearly 20 years now. So when I met my wife on May the 11th, 2002, how do you know the date, coach? I'll share that in another video. I've got a little tip how I remember it. It involves a sporting event. Don't tell anyone. But anyway, physically she's beautiful. Drawn to her immediately. We started talking. She was from Scotland. Result, we get on like a house on fire. Within 1 year, we're married. And that has grown. But that initial connection still exists. But it's grown into other layers, other connections. She's my best friend as well. I'm getting all emotional. But if you've got that connection with fitness whereby it's only through the workout, you are missing out. We've got to go beyond that. Now you know that a connection with nutrition, hydration, sleep, stress, a connection with posture, a connection with your skill level, your bike handling, maintaining your bike. There are so many things that are important, but you have fallen into the trap of having a 100% connection with the workout. Sure, you know the others are important, but you're not consistent with them. You've got this attitude, oh, I'll just have a day away from eating that particular type of food. Oh, I'll have more late nights, I'll drink more alcohol. I might even take up smoking, I'm that depressed. Don't do that, please. But it's your consistency with the other metrics. What I call the core is the workout. Quite rightly so, it's needed to push your fitness. But on the outer core are all the other metrics that drive your health. Let's be honest here, let's face up to it. Fitness is a byproduct of health. If you do not drive up health, let's call it training health. If you do not train your health, fitness will never be what you can really achieve. You will never tap into what you've really potentially got. And I'm talking about doing 4 to 6 hours of training and not really applying anything to your health, and 4 to 6 hours of training driving up your health. The same training, the same intensity, the same duration will have a big difference if you follow consistency with health. So throw away that inner core, that drive to do the workouts, and start looking at health. Start looking at today. Imagine today, let's take 3 points. Let's look at alcohol, vegetables, water. Imagine you could apply a higher level of delivery and consistency with those 3. Where would you be in 90 days with the same training? Try it. Don't put it off till tomorrow, because that's what's costing you. Draw a line now watching this video. Wait till the end at least. And then start. Start now. And be consistent. Treat those outer core metrics as important as the workout themselves. You've got to work at that. You've got to make that connection. It's not just going to happen, okay? And don't fall into that. Let it happen, because it won't. You've got to drill at it. You've got to drive at it. You've got to claw at it to make it happen. Okay, let me share you my journey after COVID. Okay, so what I'm doing first is breaking things into 3 phases. Phase 1, what I call the 3-3-3 rule. So I'm looking to find a consistent pattern with 3 metrics. The first one is my resting heart rate. I'm measuring it in the morning, middle of the day, and before I go to sleep. I'm trying to keep the times consistent. So I'm looking for my resting heart rate to return to normal, okay? During COVID, the early phase, I was 20 beats above normal every day, even sitting in a chair. Now, what I am then doing is looking at oxygen saturation. 3 times at the same time, roughly, I'm taking my resting heart rate. And I'm looking for 98 and above. And the third metric is what I call my James Brown. I feel good. No, that's pretty bad, I know, but my feel good factor. And I'm giving that a score of 1 to 10 based on, could I do a workout? A hard workout. And I've got to be honest and make that connection. So those 3 metrics are done 3 times a day, and they're done for 3 days. Yes, not 1 day like lots of people do. Oh, I feel good today, I'll train tomorrow. No, I need 3 consistent days, because our body peaks and troughs, hormones changing all the time. What you think is an easy day could, in fact, have caused a little bit more stress on the system. And remember, your immune system is dealing with this trauma, with this stress all the time. It's aging you every day if you don't get it out your system. It's the thing that if you return after 1 day of good metrics, you'll add a little bit more inflammation, more, and within a week or 2 weeks, your firewall will be down, your immune system will be suppressed, and you'll be feeling shit again, okay? And we don't want that. So, take a little bit more time. Now in phase 2, when we're good enough to start riding, we're going to ride steady state. You know that. You know, you can Google that, you can find it anywhere. Ride nice and steady. However, what I want you watching for is what I call the ventilatory threshold point 1. That is that breathing point whereby you can still have a communication, talk, sing, whatever you want to do out on your bike. I do sing, yes, if you've seen me. But you've got to stick at that. As soon as we go over VT1, at that point, when you're panting like a dog, if we maintain that for any length of time, and I'm talking about only over a minute, you're going to overload the nervous system. What's that going to do? It's going to increase inflammation. You've got to avoid that. Now for me, I will do 3 rides in the first week. Outdoors if I can, because I'm looking for 90 minutes to 2 hours. Now that's a lot longer maybe than some people would return to. It depends all on your level of fitness, but it's a lot shorter than what others would do. And I am looking for a single ride during the week and then a double back-to-back ride over 2 days. For me, that's easier done on a Saturday and Sunday. And my goal was 100 kilometers on those 2 rides. Break them up 50-50. And I'm going to do my 3 and 3. Measure my resting heart rate, oxygen saturation, how I feel, etc. and then back it up. Now that went really well. On week 2 I do the same. Okay, exactly the same. But the 2 back-to-back rides are still over 100 kilometers, but I do them 70-30. So I go longer on the first day. See how I feel on the second one. Great, I'm measuring all my metrics. I'm listening to my breathing. I'm calling these rides free-wheel rides. And I'm measuring input, not output. Power does not matter, okay? It's what my body is doing internally. So I'm not worried about what metrics are being displayed or shared. I'm listening to my body, and in fact, what I do a lot is stop, take lots of photographs. If there's a hilly section, take it nice and easy, and just enjoy the cycle, okay? Now, on phase 3, this is where I call it STS. Start to sweat. So this is important, but I keep it really short. We're talking 30 to 40 minutes, and the workouts are no more than 30 seconds to 60-second intervals. So my first ride that I always tend to do is 10-minute warm-up, 15 times 1 minute at 100 to 120% FTP. What FTP? The same FTP I had from my previous workout. I'm not changing it. Not yet, okay? I don't need to, okay? So here's what happens. After a nice easy 10-minute spin warm-up, we do 1 to 3. The first 3 feel kind of sticky. My legs are jammed, anaerobic. Now this is the point where a lot of people think, oh, my fitness is gone. Oh my word, all that investment, all that time I've spent, it's all gone. It hasn't. Your body hasn't woken up, it hasn't activated yet, okay? But we'll talk a little bit more on that in a second. You ride through that, but you try and keep it close to the threshold you had. Just stick with it. You'll start to sweat, you'll start to breathe heavier, and then it will start to open up. So from 4 to 10, for me, starts to flow a little bit better. In fact, by the time I get to 10, I'm in a nice little zone. Breathing's okay, heart rate's still 10 beats below threshold. But then 11 to 15, boom, my legs start to fail. At 30 seconds, I start to feel heavy fatigue. But my breathing's okay, and my heart rate's okay, it's still below threshold. What's happening? This is muscle strength that I've lost. Now I'm nearly 52 years old, so there's strength deterioration much quicker. Also, this means that I've recruited less fibres during this workout because a lot of them have gone to sleep. It can take the average person 4 to 6 weeks to recruit enough fibres to really nail the job that you're asking the legs to do. Lots of people don't realise that and they push too fast too soon. So this muscle strength, this muscle fibre recruitment plus the activation, there are a number of hormones in the body, a number of enzymes especially that are required for delivering and helping with energy. They've been switched off. You've been lying in your bed, you've been watching Ozark on Netflix or some other great show, but something else, okay? You've been sitting down a lot, you've been deactive, and now suddenly you want your body to go, attention, get to work. It doesn't do that quick. But again, a lot of people, they start to cry and they start to, oh my God, my fitness is gone. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? And your wife's shouting at you to get the bins out and you're more worried about my fitness. Don't worry. I want you to think about your fitness is trapped, okay? It's been held captive. And all it needs now is tunnels to get out. It needs activation. It needs paths that need to be a little bit more worn. The fitter you are, the more activated you are. It works. But so many people rush. So if you think about that process for me, that's taken 3 or 4 weeks before I'm starting to sweat. And those sweaty sessions, they're only 30 to 40 minutes long. And there's going to be 2 of them in that week. I'm probably about 6 weeks before I really do a hard, long session after such a heavy virus. But what was I doing during the 4 weeks when I was sick? Sitting wallowing in self-pity, blaming the whole world for giving me COVID? No, I was training my health. That is an opportunity for me to really dial down on my nutrition and not have this silly approach, oh, I'm sick, just eat more ice cream, I'll just drink more alcohol, because I'm sick, please feel sorry for me. You've got to stop that pish, okay? Stop that nonsense. Okay? You've got to stop that because nobody cares. Of course they care, they're worried about you, but they've got their own things to deal with. But it's an opportunity to promote, pump up your mindset, pump up your health, drive your health up because you're training your health every 6 seconds of the day. It's there in front of you. Decisions, opportunities, choices. Whatever choices you take for health will have a positive impact on your fitness. Start it now. Start it right now and it will make a huge gain, okay? So don't get worried about falling sick. There is always an opportunity to build, to progress. Hey folks, I hope that was of some benefit. If it was, hey, give it the thumbs up. If you've stayed this long, why not check out Patreon? You get more of this information and be able to engage with me live in the Q&A sessions that we have. Hey, main thing is, you stay safe, keep smiling, and if you are sick right now, hey, leave a comment, share your journey. COVID's been dramatic, it's been awful, so it has. It's impacted on probably every family on the planet in different ways, okay? But If you're cycling or you've got the ability to cycle, don't ever take it for granted. Push up that health, folks. It's important. Hey, I'll see you soon. Keep smiling, keep spinning. Do the both together and you'll be the happiest person on the planet. Okay, that was a take. I think I swore twice. We can probably edit that out.